Sustainable Food Production Program at MSCTC is really a beautiful synergy of the best of liberal arts and of technical and skills education.
I don't know.
We try to model all of the premises of sustainable agriculture. So every day in every class, students will get some sort of reinforcement or underlying foundation information and practice about economic, ecological, and the social aspect of sustainability. Very abruptly last fall, I had received a phone call from the college administration that said the program is suspended. Of course, I was shocked. We're a very new and young program, and I could see nothing but fabulous growth for the program in the future. I think that they pulled out just when we were set to reap all the benefits of the work and time that we had put into it. Your holistic goal is about your quality of life. It's about how you and your partner or partners want to see your farm. It's about how you want the farm to look in the future. It's about how you want your social and economic relationships.
The true genesis of this thing came when we were involved with the Sustainable Farming Association. We went to several different sites, and I remember Gus Davis, St. Olaf, and places like that, and we'd repeatedly talk to juniors, seniors there that were, okay, now I'm done. I really want to be on the land. And I haven't a clue how to actually do that. And they needed skills. They were begging for skills and experience. So we thought, wow, we're at this technical college. Maybe we could actually do this and provide this opportunity for these people to do that.
So that's a good way to do it, is just use your elbow and have a good short feed here. And that's keeping his head away from
me. The curriculum takes about 7 months. We've combined the courses so students can only need to be on campus, for example, 2 or 2.5 days per week, so that they could drive up from the Twin Cities or from Fargo-Moorhead, or if they have jobs or other parts of their life. We emphasize the basic science that you need to know. We emphasize the marketing, the management. We teach the program through a holistic management, planning for all of the holes in our systems. And the program ends with experience. It ends with being placed on a farm that is doing food production so that the students can then, that's their comprehensive exam, so to speak, can they pull together everything from what they've learned and read and then to see and analyze it on a real farm operation.
I've had a college education. I worked 12 years in a career field. I got laid off during the crash of the economy and stuff like that, and I had to find a new job and a new career field. And I was going to go into healthcare, but then I decided that was just sick care. So it's like the best way to take care of people is by giving them good foods and good greens. It's not like other programs where you just take the classes just to take the classes. You actually become a part of it. I mean, you're welcome. It's a community, and I never thought about that before with because I grew up rural and stuff like that, and working on farms and stuff as a kid and stuff like that. And I never, I wanted to get away from all that, of course, like everyone else. And I never thought anything about the whole community thing,
We all know that with the legs of sustainability, we all know that at some point people have to be able to make some level of profit or to be able to support themselves with it. The ecological piece gets a fair amount of attention because I think there's a growing awareness among food producers around the world that we can only produce food in the way that our system can sustain that. But the third part that oftentimes gets left out is the community piece, the community development, the element of quality of life that really can come through a truly sustainable agriculture. When I hear from so many farmers out there who are just greatly saddened because their children don't want to take over the farm, or as they've seen their village or town in western outstate Minnesota just shrink, decade after decade, census after census, that's not a sustainable landscape.
So I kind of took a leap and I commuted to Fergus Falls from Minneapolis all of last year for the school year, which was kind of intense, but it was amazing and life-changing. In that sense, I think it was the right choice, and it made it worth it to drive, because it's a unique program. You know, there aren't a lot of programs like that. Being outside, working with my hands, we learned a lot about artisanal food, local food. It felt empowering, like these are things you can learn to do yourself that will have a direct impact on your life and the lives of people around you. And that sort of direct connection was what I had been craving but not finding in a traditional school setting.
Camera picture.
I'd been involved in this style of agriculture for about the last 20 years on my own place and with other folks. To watch our students go out and start their own businesses, their own farms, farmers markets, and be voices in the community for local food and sustainable food production has been highly rewarding. The state of Minnesota is going to lose an opportunity to train new producers. There's no other place in the area really training those folks. Even though there are ag programs at other schools in the area, they're really not training them to do this stuff. They're training them to go work for ag corporations a lot of times, to be seed salesmen, agronomists, soil, those sort of things. And there's a need and demand there that needs to be filled, but there's going to be this huge void in the local food movement. The inertia is going to be lost. Some of the momentum is going to be lost there, and that's going to be hard to pick up on again if this thing is truly shut down.
They're actually easier to deal on than build.
So to appease the administration, people and organizations have come forth, and we have literally tens of thousands of dollars that are ready to support the program. And then lo and behold, we were told, well, that's not enough. Or the latest thing that we've heard, it has to do with the program. If it were only quote unquote more normal, the program needs to have more legitimate agricultural elements taught in it. So that's where we're at currently. We've raised the money. We've identified several very strong partners and people who are willing to support the program far out into the future and to help us with recruitment and to help us with all of our needs. And we're still being met with a big stone wall.
Really, it's what education should be to me. It's I hear about theory and praxis, and this is it. We get to read the classics, the Windleberrys and Wes Jacksons and Joel Salatins, and then we get to do it, and they get to see how the instructors and other people are doing it on their farms with the, as Sue said, with the twist that every individual farm requires, yet sticking to the underlying foundation principles of sustainability. And it's just amazing how that comes through over and over again. And it can make them think, I think, about their future enterprises and give them a greater chance for success in the future.